Asia, which currently relies heavily on exports to drive its economy, needs to take this opportunity from the world economic crisis to move away from the export-led model to spur growth. The International Monetary Fund, or the IMF's Deputy Managing Director Takatoshi Kato, in a statement today says that this is because in the future, the Asian model of relying on exports may no longer pay the same dividends like in the past. This is especially so because when the global economy recovers, the level of demand for Asian manufacturing and exports may very well be structurally lower for many years to come. The IMF official adds that instead economies in this region need to foster and rely more on domestic demand for growth and capitalize more on its comparative advantages. Malaysia is also heavily dependent on exports to drive its economy to where it is today. Just weeks back, after being appointed minister in the Prime Minister's department, being in charge of the Economic Planning Unit, Tan Sri Noor Mohamad Yaakob was also reported as saying the same thing, that Malaysia needs to rely less on exports for growth. However, responses towards an alternative model to drive growth have so far been muted, also because of Malaysia's small population compared to the rest of the world, which may hinder the possibility of moving towards an economic model which relies more on domestic demand. Meanwhile, Takatoshi also cast doubts on whether the recorded first quarter growth in Asian economic leaders like China and Korea were real signs that the economic crisis was abating or that it was just merely a mirage. Japan also recorded an increase in industrial production of 1.6% in March. He opines that the reason this growth was seen is because of several exchange rates which have depreciated since last year may help exports, but again stressed that the full effect of the potential recovery will remain on main export markets, especially the United States. Another factor he adds that may be propping up growth rates in these countries is because Asian corporate giants have been aggressively reducing inventories and excess capacity in the manufacturing sector and thus may be benefiting from the stabilization of demand. Takatoshi also says that policy responses from governments around the world, especially with their stimulus packages, may be causing economies to grow once again. He also says that non-performing loans in the region are expected to rise because of the prolonged nature of this crisis. This would then be reflected onto the bank's balance sheets. Daniel Koo reporting for the HTV.